my intro better than me today. We're back with all things Doll 10 Beauty. One of my favorite product lines to talk about. I could go through every one of my favorites, but we don't have enough time for that today. So we're gonna go through a couple of the staples, really good stocking stuffers. We were just talking Thanksgiving and Black Friday, cyber deals, which, is there even such thing as Black Friday anymore? I feel like it's like, I don't know, it's all week. But anyway, we're just talking about like gifting for the family and I don't know, I might have some questions for the guys here because I'm really struggling with my dad. I said this in last week's show. My dad's weirdly the one that's hard to buy for because he doesn't really want, what is this saying? Like want for any, he doesn't really want anything. He doesn't need anything. He likes really good bourbon. He golfs like in the spring. I don't know. I'm all about experiences too. Like gifting experiences is always good. Or gifting the experience of clean makeup favorites, makeup beauty must-haves. Okay, so we'll talk a little bit about Doll 10 today, and then please write in, give me your suggestions. I have babies I have to gift. I have new nieces now, so the list goes on, but it's a blessing to get to gift these. I get to do it, guys. We're gonna stop. John Rizzo taught me a really good lesson today. Instead of saying you have to do something, let's focus on you get to do something. That's in the true spirit of Thanksgiving too. Just being grateful, being present, right? I love it. I really like this vibe today. So I'm gonna mention two products that are already on my face today. So I kind of prepped my skin with the Doll 10 Doll Skin Genius Tinted Skin Primer. Now I'm in shade 2. I'm typically in that like light medium category. So you've got some options with shades, guys, but this is more of that like primer, but also skincare loving ingredients in here. So it's gonna help kind of set the stage, if you will, for your skin. I love using primers because I'm one of those people where I feel like my face melts off halfway through the day. And the thing about this is you can actually use this as your foundation too. So we're going into like, I don't know, I feel like I've kind of put like half my face on today because I was running out the door. So I'm gonna just kind of show you guys how I would use this even to freshen up your makeup throughout the day, because this is it feels like skin, and I like using my finger with this guy. So it doubles as a primer, but also a really nice light tinted foundation. So it's up to you. And I think if you're gonna go full glam, you definitely wanna prime your skin. It's kind of like, you know, setting the stage, like I said, for your all day. I have this all over my fingers, but really just getting that full coverage. If you wanna have makeup that stays and doesn't go anywhere, I mean, I'm not a fan of my makeup falling down my face halfway through the day. So the primer has really good ingredients. Everything Doll 10 is clean. And I think a lot of people talk about clean and what that means, but these are ethically, is that the word I'm looking for? They're like really ethically sourced ingredients. And we have the privilege of knowing Doll 10's founder. Her name is Doris Dalton, and she has dedicated like so much of her life into this line, and it's a very boutique line, which is what I love about it too. Everything isn't made in like these large, ginormous quantities. It's really tailored to like good skin, really having like serum, like skin foundations that have serum in them too. So it's like your skincare and your foundation all in one. I love that. And the easiest part about these primers is that there's just a few shades. So it's easy to figure out where you fall. I'm in that light medium, but the number I'm wearing is number 2. So that's that light medium shade. So that's kind of like your base. I feel like it's important to set the tone for your makeup for the day, and it feels really good and has like this, it kind of diminishes my redness in the wintertime. Sometimes I have like eczema flare-ups and acne because we're transitioning from that spring summer weather where I'm a little bit more like dealing with a whole other set of issues with my skin. Now I have those months where it's drier and I just want to reduce the redness, and I really love utilizing a primer for that too. Let me know what you guys think, if you like primers. I think everyone kind of like, when it comes to foundation, we all love something that's gonna stay all day. So key there. And then we're gonna go into eyes a little bit, but we have this amazing palette. And speaking of stocking stuffers, this is super easy. I call this like a multitasker of palettes. But one thing I love to prep my eyes with, now this is also a multitasker too, but I love to prep my eyes with our Doll Pro Infinite Color Eye Crayons. So this is a set of 4. Now I love all these shades. You could use them all together, all at once, or you can use one. Maybe you just wanna rock that light shimmer shade or a little macchiato on the lid, and you're good to go. You can add, these double as your eye primers, so you could add a little eyeshadow on top if you really wanna go bold. We're heading into the holidays. It's time to have lots of fun with makeup. So I'm just gonna like build out a really fun, pretty eye. And I'm gonna start by using, let's see. I think I'm gonna use that cold brew. That whole cafe latte style is really in right now. We're talking lots of browns, and cafe is the color. Cafe mocha, cafe latte. Have you guys heard about the whole cafe trend?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're really in tune with it. George, I know George is way up to date, you know. So this is like this cafe blend, and it's the pretty browns that go with any and all eye colors. Now these are really creamy. I'm just gonna go and apply it to the top of the lid. And I love the concept of multitaskers when it comes to makeup. And these are definitely multitaskers. Stocking stuffers, absolutely. I just added that shade Cold Brew. I love these shades. Just to go through their names. Cold Brew, Cafe au lait. Ooh, love that. We've got a little French press and macchiato. So these are all like, you've got your light browns to your darker shades. Love these, they're all buildable. So the color that I have on is the second, which is the Cold Brew. So it's a little bit shimmery. If you're more into the matte, maybe you begin with that Cafe au lait, which is the top shade. I also like to use that underneath my brow bone to give the look of like a lift. That's a little secret thing I learned. And just kind of mimics that. I don't know, it gives you that instant lift. And then if you really want to add a little shimmer, I might even take a dive into this guy. See, even matches my nails. I went the Cafe Latte nails. It's trending big time, George, if you were wondering. And I'm just gonna add this with my finger. Now I like using these shimmery shades with my finger. And I'm gonna kind of add that to the middle of my eye and slightly just pull out a little bit. They're really creamy, so you don't have to do a lot of work, but I just think it gives me a little bit of dimension and a little pop. Brings out the green in my eyes. I've got like that green kind of brown color eye, and you know this is not going anywhere because we've primed the eye with that initial crayon. So that doubles as your primer, but also your instant eyeshadow. Love this. I think I did a little bit too much on this side. What do you think, George? Do we like this shade?
Lovely.
George says lovely. George, what are you most excited for the holiday?
Get my family together.
I love that. Getting his family together. Now, he set the tone. This week, George was already set because the Eagles won on Monday night against the Kansas City Chiefs. So his week is already like, he just floated through the week, right, George? Who wouldn't love that? We finally, I don't know, we needed that after that Super Bowl, so we brought it back. It was a good start to the week. It's also been full-blown winter here, which is like, honestly, I don't know, George. It was like cold and rainy and damp all week long. I'm like, oh, you kind of say like when it gets fall in the Northeast, you're like, oh, it's so like cozy and there's leaves. And this week it really hit hard. Like that winter rush came in hot, and I'm like, actually, can we just back it up a couple weeks and have a little bit more of fall? It's okay. It happens. We got to get through it, you know? No snow yet, but they are saying it's going to be like a really wild winter. Who knows? We don't know. Another thing I love and never leave the house without is my lip smoothies. So this is the shade Delicate, and I'm just popping this on my lip. I had a little bit of gloss on before because I honestly can't go anywhere without a little bit of something, something. So what's great about this is you can pop it over your lip balm, your lip gloss, or just rock it as is because this doubles as your lip treatment and your lip color all in one, but it looks really natural, looks like your lips. Amazing stocking stuffer, and that's in the shade Delicate. Super smooth, hence the name Smoothie. I love Doll 10 lips. I've used them forever. They're some of my favorite colors. They're some of my favorite ingredients in these lip balms, lip treatments, lip glosses, you name it. If you see something that says Doll 10 lip on it, you need it. And so does everyone else on your list. Okay, so another thing I love about our Gorge palette is that we have a mirror, and obviously my fingers were all over it, but I love anything that has a good mirror. I'm embarrassed to show this because of how dirty. This means it's had some love though. That means it's used. I know, it's kind of like my phone is always looking like that too. You know, the like fingerprints all over your phone. I don't get. My husband gets so like, oh, everything you touch is dirty. I put sunglasses on in the car and he's like, what'd you do to these sunglasses? I'm like, I don't know. You know, girls have their things. We carry a lot of stuff. I don't know, I might have been doing my makeup or something. Whatever, cleaner, I don't know. All right, so another thing that I love, if you just wanna get a little, like zhuzh, is that a word? Is that even a word? Zhuzh? Is that a thing still? Yeah, you know, you guys know. The girls out there know. It's like that little thing, the zhuzh. It has the je ne sais quoi, right? You can use this any time of day. This is the Doll 10 Skin Genius Brighten and Smooth Under Eye Lifting Stick. So this doubles as a highlighter. It has like eye-loving ingredients. I love anything under my eyes that has a cooling effect because it kind of gives you that instant feeling of a lifted, sculpted face, but it helps plump, it helps give you that like brightness under the eye, especially if we're not sleeping a lot. I mean, I feel like I haven't slept for like weeks. I'm not kidding. I feel like I have so much on my mind. I feel like that at night I'm like, try to go to bed at 9 o'clock, try to crawl into bed, and then I sit there and I'm like scrolling on my phone for hours. Does this happen to you guys?
Yeah, I've never.
I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm in the deep weeds of TikTok. I'm like, oh, all these recipes I'm probably never gonna make, but I'm saving them. I have a whole file. So maybe I should revisit them. I have to bring something for the holiday. I have to bring an appetizer. I'm still working on it. But I love adding a little bit of the crayons underneath the eyes too, because it gives that kind of dimension to the eye. Makes your eyes look a little bit bigger, the whites of your eyes a little bit whiter, and I like it on the corner. If you want to go a little smokier, that's how you can add some dimension to that. So those are the amazing shades that are all kind of that cafe inspired. That's really trendy right now. And just to review those shades, we've got the French press, which is what I just did underneath my eyes. And I would even use this as that eyeliner, that soft eyeliner on the top lid. And I just kind of do it like a triangle. I just kind of put it on the back end of my eye to give a little bit more of that contoured look. Cassie says, oh, love this. Nancy says, love your tips. I don't know, guys. Sometimes I feel like I just make it up as I go, these tips. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like this looks right. This looks good. But I think it's really cool when you have products that can double as a couple different things. Like even if you're really in a pinch, you could use any of the Cafe au lait or that cold brew shade as a highlighter too. I mean, really, you could. If you wanted to go a little bit on that shimmery side, those top two colors, you could use them underneath, kind of like underneath the brow bone to get that lifted look. You can use them on your lips to give more of that ombre lip. Sometimes you add a little here to get that doe-eyed. I forget what they call it. They call it something for the lips, but it gives that look of like plumper lips. And you can also use these to contour or even add a little highlight underneath the eyes to get that lifted look. And any of these, I mean, again, we can use this all day long. That brightening and smoothing under eye stick is something that I like to carry in my bag. In the morning, obviously it's gonna go under my makeup, but I like to add it throughout the day because you get that highlighter, but it also just feels a little bit more soothing on the eyes. Sometimes they get crepey and crusty, and like nobody likes a crusty under eye. So add that underneath. It's not giving youthful, plump, healthy, happy skin. So if you have an easy product that you can just add right on top, I mean, I don't know if this is allowed, but I kind of feel like I would use it all underneath my eye. Have you guys used these? They're tingly. I don't know, I feel like you would like this. It's good. I mean, I gave it to I feel like I put that on Marco, my husband, the other day. Yeah, I did it the other day. I just said, come here. Sometimes he lets me put stuff on his face, and sometimes he doesn't. It's brightening and smoothing under eye lifting stick. So it does a lot of things in one. It gives you that like highlighted, lifted look. It's tingly. I feel like your skin would look good with this. I mean, I'm not saying you need a whole lot, but everyone could benefit. What do you think, George?
No, I'm not doing that.
Why not? I'm looking at your face right now. I'm like, we could have a really good before and after. He's looking at me like he's so mad at me right now. George, we got to get the wide shot. Okay, do you know how to do it?
No.
Okay, so you're just going to do it right underneath that, like that brow bone right here.
Right here?
Yeah. Like this. Watch me. Ready? All right, now you have to blend it in with your finger. Lightly, lightly. Remember, that's really tender.
Like
Okay, now, looks great.
Yeah,
You,
now what? Same?
wait, no, turn that way. See that shimmer? It gives like a lifted look. It gives that, it looks youthful. You just lost like 5 years on this side, on this
Now I'm
eye.
25.
Like who needs an eye lift? You just need a little, oh, love it, yes. It's giving, I don't know, youth. It's giving lifted, brightened eyes. Really good stocking stuffer. Everyone can use like it's almost like an innovative makeup tool. See, you're glowing from here. If you can get the men in your life, he feels better. He feels, it's seriously, is it? And it's gonna start to tingle a little bit. Yeah, you're like, what's on your, why do your cheeks look so lifted? Oh, then she's gonna say, why didn't you bring some home for me, Dad? Yeah, I'm a work in progress. I think it looks great. So yes, I mean, I would even use this primer on my husband because it doesn't look like makeup. It feels like skin. Is that really a thing? I feel like guys should be more embracing of this.
You're watching the Eagles game with his buddies, and he's like, "Are you wearing foundation? That's not a good thing."
But you guys don't even know what it looks like, so would you even know?
Yeah, because what if, like, by chance someone spilled a beer on something and it started dripping? It's just something.
It's a whole thing. I don't know. I think it looks really good on you, though. I think you should make it more of a trend. I think we should do it.
I'll call Doris.
Yeah, you gotta call Doris. All right, so back to this eyeshadow palette too. We have lots of options. I mean, there's 12 shades. It's endless what you could do with this guy. So, and they last forever, and a little goes a long way. I love powerful pigment. And you know when you give someone, you know when there is a gift that it's like an unboxing. You know how you buy something for, like, even if I buy myself new makeup, I come home and it's like a whole thing. I get like really excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna save this for later. Like I come home and there's packages like piled up and I'm like, I gotta wait, I gotta make this a thing. I'm gonna get my glass of wine. I'm gonna like make this whole unboxing moment.
That's what I do too.
You do that too, right? You glamorize like your packages. So it's so easy, like MARKET.live is so easy because you have all these products for everything you need. And then you get it in the mail and it's like Christmas every time. That's what it's like. So this is one of those gifts that you open up and it's just like gorgeous. It's glamorous, it's gorgeous, it's chic. It's just the perfect gift for anyone. Oh, and it's got really great ingredients for your eyes. They say like your eyes are the first to age, by the way. So that's why this is perfect for you too.
I feel like you're trying to hit it.
I'm not. You look great. You look great.
For 65.
65?
Yeah.
No.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, you'd be a great ad. That'd be a really good ad.
It's HGH.
It's all Doris. It's all
It is
Doll
all
10.
Doris.
It's all Doll 10 products. So we talked lips, we talked eyeshadow. These are all multitaskers. These are all really good stocking stuffers. Easy peasy for everyone in your life. I have 2 Secret Santas. I've talked about these on previous shows. Great things to bring along. I guarantee you, like, we actually did a Secret Santa last week with my girlfriends. There was like 18 of us, and we all brought things, and no one had like bring a specific type of product, and we all just put things together. And I actually had one of these shadow palettes, and people were fighting over this once it was open. You know how they do the Pollyanna and you can steal? We did that, and I had 4 people steal. It was seriously dramatic. Like, there was some girl,
That's stressful.
it was stressful. I was number 18. So here's the thing, you can only steal, I think, up to 4 times you can steal. So if you're number 18, you're in a good spot or a bad spot, because it might have been stolen 4 times already,
I had a cousin
right?
who was like 28
Uh-huh.
who stole from a 4-year-old a blanket.
Stop. See, that's the thing. You
And
can't.
She's crying. I'm like, what are you doing?
No, like, that's where I draw the line. Like, I don't know. There has to be some sort of a rule.
Right. Age group.
I have a couple of these coming up too. It does get stressful when you do it with families and families.
Alcohol.
The alcohol, the holidays bring out some of the best and some of the worst in people, I feel like, right? And we're just going into it. So, anyway. Oh, this is fun. I like to add that lighter shade here. Gives that really, I mean, I just barely used a little bit of color on there too. So that's a good tip. If you have like a shimmery shade, put it in the middle of your lid and kind of just pull it out and blend it into that existing color in that corner, and it gives that lifted eye look as well. And these are super creamy, and I love the way they blend, especially when you have that foundation of these crayons. There's something about crayons that are so easy to use. If you're someone who has, maybe an eyeshadow palette is like a little intimidating to you, crayons, you cannot go wrong. You cannot mess it up. You just kind of draw it on, blend it in with your fingers, blend it in with a brush, and then it also makes it a little bit easier to work with your shades from your palette, in my opinion. One of my tips and tricks. Tips and tricks. And then again, a canvas. Prepping your skin is critical. If you're someone who loves skincare, you know, think about that in terms of like makeup. I love the fact that a lot of the ingredients in doll products are really good for your skin too. So think like, you know, really good, like hyaluronic acid is in all of their products. That's something we lose all the time. Like, our skin gets dry as we age, our skin gets dry in the weird climates, in the winter months, and that's something you want to constantly replenish, and it's in like all of their products, including their lips. So it's really nice to get that plumpness and that hydration back all year round, but specifically as we head into those colder months. You should be focusing on this too and taking notes, John. I'm really picking on him today. George.
I actually wake up this beautiful.
Excuse me. He just wakes up like that. Must be nice, huh? It must be really nice.
It saves time.
I do feel like you'd like this though as a prep. Maybe we'll.
I feel cool.
See, I told you, it's a little cooling, it's a little tingly. You can, do you want to know a secret too? You can. I did that earlier. I did it under here. I wouldn't do it too close to the eye, but I would do it under there. It adds a little, you can pretty much do it all around that orbital bone, is what they say. Or the orbital bone up here, and then take it down underneath the eye. And pop it in the fridge. Keep it cold. Wouldn't that be nice? And then we also have to get you on some of the Doll 10 under eye. The under eye patches.
We can do a transformation over
Oh my God, that would be so much fun. We'll start with the skincare and we'll ease into the product line. I'm just saying, you could be making like a whole movement here.
Not excited.
Men need skincare too. They do. They don't all just wake up like that.
Whatever your wife has on the calendar.
Hey, I feel like my husband steals a
Your
lot of my
husband has
products.
a lot, so
He gets overwhelmed so easily though.
so much stuff, yeah.
You gotta keep it simple for the guys.
Yeah.
You gotta ease it into, but that's a good thing to just carry around. Maybe,
No,
what?
you can't carry that around.
I'm telling you, next week when we come in,
Sorry.
sorry, you can,
Sorry. No.
you know, I'm gonna come in next week. George, he's gonna be like, you know, I need more of this stuff.
I did feel good. I will be honest.
I told you, it's tingly, it's good for the skin.
No, wait.
We love it. So I have all of the Doll 10 products in my store. So if you guys want to see more from this line, it's a product line I could talk about forever. Now these are just some of my like multitaskers that I love. You know, holiday season is here. Let's get moving on that holiday shopping. And these are my top picks for sure. I guess that's all she wrote.
That's it.
It's Thanksgiving tomorrow, guys. How does this happen? It was just Halloween.
I know.
Oh man. But just remember, guys, we get to celebrate. We get to gift. We get to do all these amazing things. And we get to be stressed.
Right.
It's a blessing. And we get to be live again next week.
You know that Halloween is the #1
Pizza
pizza night?
night?
Over the Super Bowl.
Wow.
#2?
Wait, why? Because parents don't want to cook. Halloween is the #1 pizza night of the year. So the number 2 is not the Super Bowl, I'm guessing? Okay, let me think. Is it a holiday?
Very close.
Is it a holiday?
Very close. Like extremely close.
New Year's Eve.
Extremely
New Year's Day.
Today.
Today.
Thanksgiving because no one's cooking.
Oh, do you know when I was younger, the night before Thanksgiving was like the night.
It was the party night.
It was the
It was
night.
From college, hugging
No.
your mom, like,
Yep, you would come home and you'd be like, Mom, can you pick me up at 2 a.m. at the
Yeah.
bars down the
Love
street?
you.
Love you. And then you would go out and see your ex-boyfriend and be like, oh.
yeah, I didn't do that.
You're right, you would go out and see all your ex-boyfriends from high school,
Yeah,
and it's like all the people you haven't seen in forever, but all your
You're lovely,
girlfriends are
you're
home.
You're sleeping till 2 on Thanksgiving.
Yep, you'd be like super hungover.
Oh.
Or not, because when you're younger, you don't really get hungover.
No.
I feel like you could just go all night long. It was a really fun night. I actually had my girlfriend ask me before I came here, what are you doing tonight? And I'm like,
I'm going to hang out with George and John.
well, George and John might have better plans than I had, to be honest. I was gonna work out tonight, and they're like,
You're not doing that.
I feel like it'll set me up for a nice, like, easing into Thanksgiving weekend. I probably won't work out for 4 days.
You'll be the only one there.
I know, I was thinking about that. It might be depressing. Anyway, I'll keep you guys posted.
All right, we can hang up now.
All right, guys. Stay tuned for more All Things Allie, and we will be live next week, same time.